Hey, this is mikemikemotorcycle. I am standing at the front entrance of the Arkansas Art Museum in front of the fountain. It's probably a little noisy. And I'm just going to go for a walk. So, well, it's a nice night, but my head is kind of spinning, and now I can go for a ride, except I don't have gear to do a vlog while I'm riding just yet. So again, I'm going to have to settle for being able to do it while I walk. And frankly, that's just fine by me, because long before the newly acquired scooter, and hopefully sooner than later motorcycle, I've always gone for walks. I live in Arkansas now, but I'm not from here. I was originally born and raised in New York City, Upper West Side of Manhattan. To some of you that's going to mean something, to others not a thing. But you grow up in New York City, and it's an extremely pedestrian lifestyle. You do a lot of walking, and you've got, proper sidewalks, you have public transportation, and certainly, at least where Manhattan is concerned, you never really have very far to go in order to find a store. So say you're huffing it by foot and it's summer and you're thirsty. You don't need to bring anything. Just have your wallet on you, and just go into the nearest convenience store and grab something to drink, and off you go. Well, now I've got my drink in my back pocket. It's a little uncomfortable for the kind of walk I'm planning, but, well, it works. So, I am really far behind on many of the things that I've planned to vlog. It's a little dark here. I've been wanting to keep it in the light, but there's going to be portions of this walk where that just won't be possible. I'm not really sure how well this is going to come out on YouTube, but it is going to be in 720p, so hey, if the resolution that you're watching at isn't 720, then hit the settings and, well, maybe it'll be a better view. I've fallen behind on a lot of the things that I've been planning on talking about, and new things are presenting themselves. And so at very least, to start, I'm gonna go with the new things first. Got someone on a bicycle coming up here. Evening. I heard him mumble something. I don't know what he said, but I'm gonna guess it's the equivalent of, what the fuck was that guy doing walking around with that camera or that cell phone? I don't know. I suppose it could look like I'm actually just talking on the phone. Kind of weird the way that I'm holding it for a conversation. But, oh well. One of the things that I had planned to do a video on very early on has been on my accident, which I had planned to do 2 videos. One where I actually go to the location and let you see exactly where it happened and talk about what did happen, some of my speculation as to what was behind it, and you know, I'm not really very familiar with this way. I wonder what happens if I go this way. I'm not sure as to the visuals or to the noise. I've already managed to cross over the interstate, which is usually far too noisy for me to be heard if I'm on the phone. But there's very little traffic at this hour, so I'm kind of getting away with it for the meantime. And I'm walking right next to it. It's right there. Raise the camera up. There's no cars going by, as an example. Well, if another happens by, I'll try and point the camera and give a view. Okay, I caught something on the interstate. So I was going to do a video at the scene and talk about what happened and what I speculate as to the cause. The truth is I don't necessarily know for sure what led to it. I just have an idea of possibilities, and at least this time around, I think I kind of prefer approaching it from that kind of a perspective, because it forces me to really examine everything as to not just what might have happened, but all of the various possibilities that of various dangers that I was facing, that I face every day that I ride. I'd rather learn by running it through in my head than sliding across the pavement. Gear or no gear, I don't want to be sliding across the pavement unless it's in my head as I speculate as to what has happened, what could happen. And in doing so, I am able to teach myself and be more observant of possible threats, and to also, haunted cathedral. I'll walk close enough so you can actually see the sign. I haven't the faintest idea what they do with this cathedral when it's not Halloween. The only time I'm aware of this building being used is Halloween. It's literally an entire cathedral, and to my knowledge, it's used one night out of the year. Of course, that would include the prep time beforehand to set it up, and the time after to dismantle it. And actually, I think they run it more than just on Halloween. I think they have it open at least a day or two beforehand. And as a matter of fact, on the sign right here, you may be able to see, it says Monday through Thursday and Friday through Saturday. So I'm not really sure what they're suggesting, but and at this point I've lived near the thing for, I think, going on about 4 years. I've not attended it once. Truth is, I just don't care. Other than the fact that when I pass it, the same exact thought goes through my head, that I find it rather curious that such a large building should be so underused. I mean, it can't be derelict, because if it was, they wouldn't be able to hold something even one day a year. It's an awful big investment for a building that you're only going to make use of one day a year. Anyway, I was basically talking about kind of running through mental simulations as a result of the accident, and basically as a result of really any experience that I have in riding that I feel like I can learn from. But that was the first video that I was planning on to cover the accident, and that one is actually much less time sensitive. I don't really mind it taking longer than I initially planned to get around to it.